What is going on, fight fans? Finally, it's here. The gameplay trailer is here. Now, we're going to go ahead and watch it. It's crazy how they're releasing these trailers in such obscure days and times now, 3:40 on a Sunday. So, basically, no rhyme or reason. Expect any drop at any time. We got a Saturday drop. Now we got a Sunday drop. Anyways, without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. This is Edward, and you're watching Boxing Fanatico. I'm super nervous because I want this game to do so well. Just like with the movement trailer before I saw that, I was super nervous as well. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and watch what they have in store for us. And this is something that we could definitely talk about, critique, whatever it is. This is the actual thing that we need to look at. So without any further ado, I got my AirPods on. Let's go ahead and watch it. All right, so just keep in mind, guys, this is the alpha gameplay features. Let's go ahead and watch that.
Hey everyone, it's Ash at
Interactive.
Let's go. In this video, we're going to take you through the gameplay mechanics within ESBC. Bear in mind that none of it's final. It's still in alpha stages.
Before the video continues, because oh my gosh, my heart is pounding. These are important things that we need to take into account. Not even beta yet, still in alpha, but that's it. Let's move forward.
And with your help and feedback, we'll continue to make improvements. So these are the items that we'll be covering in this video. Obviously, as the game progresses, we'll be dropping more development videos covering more aspects of the game, things like referee, the clinch system, so items that aren't fully
perfect. They said that the referee has not been implemented yet, and that has driven me absolutely nuts. So I'm glad to hear that. Let me just look at this real quick. Movement, corner system, back foot combat, back foot combat. Wow. Career aspects for directional punches, adrenaline, feints, 36 punch control. What the heck? And Ringcraft. Okay.
For us to get
That's
into.
what we're going to get in this trailer. Oh.
So one of the standout features within ESBC is the movement system that we've developed. Here you can see David Adelaide getting himself out of danger.
It's like a check
showing
punch.
A nicely timed check hook. That in itself is a new feature with regards to the punch control. That means you have complete freedom in terms of your fighting strategy.
Guys, look how realistic this looks, guys. Look how realistic this looks right here. That check hook was beautiful, and I'm not capping. The check hook looked beautiful.
Off the front foot, back foot,
boom,
and also pivoting yourself out of danger with check hooks, using the pressure of your opponent to your advantage. So within these clips you can see the physics system in action. Not every punch will be 100% accurate. Some punches will glance off arms, gloves, chest, and you can kind of see that with the jabs that have been thrown.
Nice.
Here you can see David.
Bro, the hits is fire. It sounds like gloves smacking skin, not like a car door slamming shut. If you know what I'm talking about.
Fighting off his back foot, throwing a back foot jab and a back foot straight.
A back foot hit, so as you're going back.
Hi guys, this is Ethan. I'm a gameplay programmer here at SCI, and I'm here to talk to you about the feint system. So the feint system can be activated by using the same button as block, but instead of holding it down, you just tap it. So you can do a feint while you're throwing a punch, while you're throwing a lunging punch. You can use it to interrupt your punch altogether and just throw a different punch completely. So you can see here in this clip that I'm throwing a leaping left hook to the body. I cancel the punch after I've done part of the animation, and I transfer into doing a left uppercut to the head. So this is useful for mixing it up with your opponents so they can expect one attack from you, but you actually do a different attack instead.
The fluidity of the movement looks good.
Hi, I'm Andy Turner. I'm the art director at SCI. Thought I'd just give you a quick overview of animation systems. So our movement system was really fast and fluid. We wanted to get away from the sort of standard sort of clip-based animation. Where you kind of like loop clips to put movement together. It just looks a bit robotic to me. So we've got a new system where it isn't done like that. It's much more performance based. So that's really good because when the professional boxers come in, they can just.
By the way, you see those jabs? Those are like legit hard stepping jabs.
They can just do what they do best.
This thing look good.
They know how to move. We're not telling them how to move. They do the movement based on what they would really do in a fight.
Okay.
We have our own motion capture studio, so that they can come in and we can just let them do their thing within certain constraints that we give them, so that we can capture the best parts of their movements, their traits, and all their punches and blocks and movesets.
Look at this.
They're all captured here. There's no traditional animation as such. It's all motion captured.
So the adrenaline system was introduced because we wanted something more than just a stamina bar depleting. We wanted there to be the element of really going after a fighter if you think they're in trouble, or if you just want to get them out quickly. So what the adrenaline system does is, once your heart rate reaches a certain BPM, your stamina will max out. But as you can see here, the downside to that is your maximum stamina reduces significantly. There's also a cooldown timer on this, so you have to really pace your fights, otherwise you could end up being gassed out after 3 or 4 rounds.
Ooh, I like those hooks to the body. I like the sound.
So the counter punch system works really well with the movement, as well as the range of punches available, whether it's front foot, back foot, or to the side.
Nice. It's like they're doing little check hooks.
So we've done away with mini games in ESBC. This corner scene is still very early in terms of what's going to be shown, but essentially the quality of your corner team will determine how much you recover. So we wanted fight stances to really make a difference in terms of what you decide to have for your fighter. As an example, the Philly shell will block certain body punches, so rather than you having to always press block to block a certain type of punch, you can let your stance do some of that.
That's real physics. They took that. Oh my gosh, I had to pause. They have arm physics, guys. They have arm physics. They took this from victorious boxers. The hand positioning is, the physics is so real that where your hand is what it's gonna block the shot if you keep your hands up, or if you keep your hands resting in a certain location. That's amazing.
For you, each stance will have a pro and a con to balance things out. We'll be releasing a career mode video in the future, but here are a few aspects that we can share in this video. So this is the promoter screen. This is where you'll sign with the promoter for a certain number of fights. The promoter aspect is important within the career mode because it will determine how fast you can climb the rankings table, how quickly you can get a world title shot, your popularity, and also when you're negotiating a fight. So the negotiation screen is impacted by your promoter, everything from the percentage split through to whether the fight is at home or away. Things like the training camp is in your control. That'll impact your finances. But we've also added a few gameplay elements, such as having injury insurance should you get injured, or should the opponent get injured in the lead up to the fight. There's also a rematch clause, but whether you're ranked higher or lower than the fight that you're going for will determine the chances of success. So this is the opponent statistics screen. Once your fight negotiation has been successful, you can go and check out your opponent's stats, but what's available will be determined by how good your coach is. So if you have a high ranked coach who has skills in the areas that are required, then you'll be able to see your opponent's strengths and weaknesses and his ratings. So you need to have a good coach to be able to see your opponent's statistics. So we hope you've enjoyed this video. We hope it's given you more of an insight into how ESBC plays. As I said at the start, everything you've seen is in alpha. We know there's some funky things happening in the game right now. We've got to work on environments, crowd, the character models, the punches, the movement, everything. So nothing's final, but hopefully it's given you a good indication with regards to the direction we're heading. Thank you for watching, and keep an eye out on our social media channels for the launch of the next ESBC Fighter announcement show.
Nice. Okay. All right. So obviously I'm going to have to look over this again and break everything down. But what I did like from what I could remember, because my adrenaline is kicking whenever I watch stuff like this, is I loved the movement. The movement seemed absolutely natural. Very, very natural. I love that it has a check hook. I love that it has actual arm physics, just like Victorious Boxers. Incredible. Incredible. And just the way you can move around, I love that. They haven't talked much about pivoting or angles, but it looks like you can place yourself into different angles. But I definitely want to see them dive further into the angle system. From what we saw on the blurry screen in the previous video, but I love what I see so far. The punches look crisp. You can see the jabs were much different, much more assertive type jabs. They were stepping into their jabs with a good sounding pop. I love the body shots, how they're doing it and holding the arm down, and with the Philly shell, how it protects the arm. But I definitely want to see more. All these things just make me want to see more. And I'm going to go ahead and break that down. And tomorrow, I'm going to give you a full analysis of that video. I still have to kind of understand the adrenaline system. I actually couldn't really understand fully what he was saying in terms of that. But I have to go back into it and break it down. But this was my reaction. I just watched it right now for the first time with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.